Hey, love.
Hey, you love.
Hey, love. It's been how many weeks now since I've seen you?
You see me last week?
Did I see you last week?
No.
I was gonna say I didn't think I seen you last week because I swear last week was when
I
I
went
did
to
my
Manchester.
and I did my spontaneous 10k in ABBA. Got
Yeah.
PB as well.
Slay.
You need to keep the fuck up, sis.
Shut up, it's harder.
Only as hard as you make it.
Hey,
I sound
I'm
like a bitch.
doing
Sorry.
pretty well.
I didn't say you weren't doing well. I'm just saying it's only as hard as you make it. But yeah, and last week I did some moving house as well, didn't I? So,
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen you in ages then.
like 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. So welcome back, everyone.
Welcome to the MBO! I shouldn't really scream into the mic.
No, but it's quite funny because like I hear you scream like that, and the first thing that comes to my mind is The Greatest Showman.
Great showman.
The bit where he's like, "Ladies and gents, this is the moment you waited for."
Pa-pa-pa-pum, pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa.
It just reminds me of that. Like it's given like Circus Freak, you know.
Okay.
What a way to start episode 2. Me just fucking ripping into you. But yeah, welcome back, or welcome if you've not been here before.
Yeah. I
Um,
hope you stick around.
yeah, and I hope our knowledge, or should I say lack thereof, isn't, too irritating.
I hope we're educational.
We don't know enough to be educational.
You know a lot more than me.
Do I? Maybe in like general life terms, I don't know shit about social media. You know more about social media than I do.
Oh yeah, and that's a great skill to have.
In this day and age, yeah, social media is like one of the biggest things to like make money and shit these days. Like, look how many people are making millions off OF. So yeah, social media knowledge is probably one of the best things you can have
I
these
want to be
days.
making millions off how I have.
Plug the OF then.
No.
So, but yeah, welcome back. It's episode 2. We have such a tendency to ramble. Shall we just jump straight in because we kind of caught up a little bit, I guess, already.
Yeah, so we're in our local Starbies
As per,
as per.
as
This
per.
is kind of like our go-to place now.
Yeah, I swear we park in the same space of this car park. BFFR, my bro.
We're trying to fucking film here. Oh, we can't really diss the Salvation Army.
No. Love you, Salvation Army.
When I was in Reading first year, when I went,
Mm-hmm.
I fucking loved the Salvation Army. They give out free soup, free tea and coffee
Mm-hmm.
in like the tents. It was great. Didn't have to spend a penny on food.
In uni?
In Reading festival.
Oh, festival!
Yeah,
Oh!
there was like a Salvation Army tent.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah,
Fair play to them.
the girls loved going there. Obviously, I loved spending more money on food. £25 on a pizza. That's how I roll, you know.
See, when I go to festivals, I take like a bag full of pot noodles and I literally like I will pay what like like when we went to Boomtown.
We had a Sunday dinner in Boomtown though.
Yeah, but like that was because the rest of the time we'd spent maybe like £2 on food like every day because we were just paying for a drink so that we could have hot water to go in our pot noodles
Yeah,
because
we
that's all we were
lived
eating.
the life.
We did live the life. Anyway, I have a question for you actually.
Oh, starting it off with a question.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's kind of fitting into in and interrelated to kind of catching up and stuff as well.
Okay.
Because you're, I think, a week from finishing your 75 hard now.
1 week, well, 6 days.
6 days then.
6 days!
You're
And
6
I
days
can have
away.
a glass of wine.
You say that like you've missed it.
Do you know what? I haven't really missed it. But I just want to know what it tastes like again.
See if your tastes have changed, like.
Yeah, to see if I like actually want a second glass.
Yeah, fair enough. Because my question was going to be, is like, how are you kind of feeling in your fitness journey now?
The habits have habited.
Okay, explain.
I don't even notice that I'm drinking over a gallon of water a day.
Okay.
I don't even notice that I'm just waking up before my alarm. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've put them like steps in, and now it's just happening. The gym, I just go to the gym. I don't even think about it. Before, I used to be like, oh, I can't go.
Or like you'd have to be like, oh, I have to plan to do this and I have to plan to do
Yeah,
that,
or
and
like, oh fuck, I gotta put in a gym session. No, 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 no.
it's just your
There's no
life
time to
now.
think about it. You just the next thing to do today is go to the gym.
Yeah, it's like it is just your life now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get you.
it's great.
I get you.
I will be taking that further, and I'll just be living the 75 hard lifestyle now.
Yeah. Well, coming off the back of that, then, I know I told you I had this little challenge for you anyway.
Yeah, sorry, I keep burping.
I
Reflux.
I want us to have a little competition. So by the time this comes out, April 1st will be tomorrow. Because this will be coming out on the 31st of March. So
April 1st.
yeah.
Oh my god, that is what's the day? What prank day? What's it called?
April Fools.
April Fools.
The 1 year I did April Fools, right? I got you can get false positive pregnancy tests on Amazon. I got all false positives. Was on FaceTime to my man, and I was like, oh,
your man now or
yeah,
past tense?
current.
Yeah.
And was like, oh, I've like, not had a period, like that's not unusual, but I'm just gonna do a pregnancy test, whatever. And he was like, yeah, like, I get you. And I was like, oh my god, it's positive. Oh my god, I'm pregnant. Oh my god, all this. And he was like, no, excuse me, sorry, what? Obviously realized it was a prank. But he was like, no, send me a picture of it. I'm gonna prank all of my friends, like right now. They all went like nuts. Everyone was on FaceTime to him then, apparently, like just like, oh, it was so funny. I was howling. But yeah, don't know where that little side story came from.
Well, I want to tell you. Wait, go on.
No. You tell me yours first, because now we've got an April Fool's segment, like just casually.
Okay. Oh god, it was years ago, like years and years ago, when I was in primary school, still friends with VB. She used to stay over my house like all the time. And we had school. It was like a school day. I don't know why she was over. But we got cling film.
Did you do it around the door or around the toilet?
Toilet. We did it around the toilet to my dad pissed. Not even looking, just like, oh, and it was just splattering everywhere. And we were like sat outside the bathroom just like laughing. Like, yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. That's the only time I've ever done an April Fool's prank.
Really?
Yeah.
To be fair, the pregnancy test one was the only one I'd ever done. I'd always forgotten about it every year.
I think I actually...
I'd always remember that it was April Fool's, like halfway through April Fool's Day, and I'm like, oh, I don't really know what to do now.
I think Tim, one of my friends, wrapped everything in foil.
That's quite sick.
In my room. In uni. What else did we do? I tipped everything upside down in Josh's room. The TV, every picture, like bed.
Oh Christ.
Like the whole bed frame, like upside down, mattress on the floor, bed on top of the mattress. Yeah, that was
Was
quite
that
funny.
just not a bit much effort?
Do you know how much time I had in first year?
To be fair, yeah, you did not
I
go
did
to uni.
fuck all.
Well, you did a lot of stuff, just not uni stuff.
Nothing educational.
No. So, by the time this comes out, it will be April Fool's Day tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, I have a challenge for you. Who can do the most steps in a month?
You.
Is it going to be me, though?
Yeah, you do the most steps.
So, beat me. Bitch.
Oh, that's a hard one.
Go straight from your 75 to who can do the most steps in a month. So it's just another motivator for both of us, I feel like, really, is like, it'll help us run further distances, it'll help us walk more, stay more active, because I start a cut on the 7th of April as well, so I need to be like obviously doing a lot more steps to try and make sure this cut goes right.
Yeah.
So that was my challenge for you. You do not have to accept.
I will accept. And
and I'm going to make us a spreadsheet or something so we can put in how many steps each of us have done every day. At the end of every
and then
day.
do the spreadsheet so like the following number adds onto and the total is like all of that. So that
it's like, if I'm like, oh my god, it's been a week and Lewis has done more than me, that next week I'm upping my pussy.
That's fine, because we now both have jobs where we're not sat down all the time.
Mm-hmm. Like, I go for a walk on my lunch break without fail all the time. I also do a walking group every Monday.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm on my feet all day now.
Yeah. And obviously in uni and stuff, I'm walking between lectures and
Well, I come home from work and I've done 9,000 steps.
pretty good.
Yeah, because I used to come home from work doing 5,000 steps.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got that extra 4,000 from work.
And obviously, like a run day, like when you do 10k, that's like easy 10 to 12k steps done already. Like when I do my interval run on a Wednesday morning,
That's fine.
I've always done 10k steps by the time I get to work at 9 o'clock that morning because I walk to work as well.
Huh. Maybe I should start walking to work.
A bit far, innit?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, that's what I mean. A bit far.
It is a bit far. It'd take me about 2 hours. I accept your challenge
Okay.
and I will try. I have a question for you.
Okay.
You give me a question like, how are you feeling in your health journey, your fitness, all this positive. Mine's
Well, no, I mean, I think because I'm just like invested in my own fitness and stuff at the moment. Like, I'm invested in yours too. And I did just make you keep up pace with me on a run. Like,
yeah.
I'm invested in your legs moving as fast as mine do so that we can keep up the times.
Okay, well, my question to you is about me.
Okay. That's pretty on brand, I would have said.
Yeah. I couldn't think about anything but myself.
That's pretty on brand, I would have said for you.
So, if I was in a room with all the boys that I used to fancy, or that I've told you that I've liked in the past,
Okay.
who would I now go to? Like, who would I run to?
Oh my god, I just can't remember anybody's name.
There's an answer. There is a correct answer.
Do you mean fancied, like, period? Like, fancied even if they haven't fancied you back? Or do you mean, like, shagged? Or do you mean gone on dates with? Or do you mean just fancied?
Everyone.
Come on. Curtains.
Oh, I love him so much. Oh, that's a really good answer. I didn't even think about him.
Oh, you were thinking of other gay men?
Yes.
Oh. Because, no, but I just know how much you, like, basically are in love with him. Like, he will forever be your one that got away just because he isn't gay. So, yeah, my first instinct was uni curtains.
If any other gay boys have this issue where you just fancy the pants off like your straight friend, it's a
Lewis,
hard
you were
life we
basically in
live.
love with him.
I was in love with him.
It's giving me flashbacks to when I came out in year 8 or year 9
And you were
to
fancying
Ham,
Ham.
and I was blocked, cut off, because I was like, yeah, I guess I fancy you, but like I know you don't fancy me back, so I'm not gonna make it weird. And then she was like, no, it's already weird. Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
yeah. So
there is.
what was the correct answer then?
No, you have to give me the correct answer.
I don't know. That was generally like my one shot. I'll be so real with you.
Okay, would I mention him like all the time? You can say his name.
Cartier sunglasses.
Oh, isn't he lush? They're both golden retrievers anyway, and I'm the black
Yeah.
cat.
You're not a black cat boy. Shut up.
Fine.
Don't, because I like to sit here and pretend I'm a Doberman girl, and I'm not. I'm not mysterious enough for that. I'm not.
What's the black cat then?
I am Donkey
Mysterious.
from Shrek. So, a black cat boy personality is independent and aloof, calm and reserved, loyal and affectionate. Loving, loyal, independent. To be fair,
Do I not tick those
yeah,
boxes?
no, but there's also the mysterious, but when you know them, they're loving, loyal, independent companions.
Am I not mysterious?
Absolutely fucking not, Lewis.
Oh,
But maybe you're just not mysterious to me because I don't know you.
you do know me.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Maybe you're not mysterious to me because I know you. There we go.
Yeah, I'm not very mysterious. What's a Doberman? Is it a dog?
So complex individuals. Yeah, a Doberman is a dog. It's the dog I want.
To be.
No, to have. I want a Doberman.
I want a golden retriever.
Me and Big Daddy have been talking about getting one. So Doberman girls are complex individuals with unique traits. Yeah, I guess that's right. They like their own space but are loving and loyal.
I am really warm in this car. Should we get naked?
Daddy? We've gone off on a tangent again. What do you want?
We
A
have.
golden retriever boy? Outgoing, loyal, supportive, and generally a pleasure to be around. Loyal and supportive, outgoing and friendly, affectionate and loving, easygoing and optimistic.
Am I a golden retriever or am I a black cat?
I would say you're probably more of a golden retriever. Just take out maybe one or two more brain cells. Sorry, I love you, but it's just the facts.
Oh, okay.
Don't sound so
Can I
sad
be a
about
golden cat or a black retriever?
it.
Anyway, life updates. I feel like I need to update you on a few life things. So I went to see Sabrina.
Yeah, how was that?
Is it that sweet? I guess so. It was great,
Was it?
actually. No, yeah, it was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed myself.
Because you weren't that excited were you before going?
I wasn't. Just because I don't really listen to her. Like, I listen to her. I know all her songs, but I don't know them word for word. And that is
Mhm.
when I really enjoy a concert, when I can, like,
Scream the music.
scream and, like, not have to worry. And I know every, like, harmony, every, like, background noise, like, the
All the
beats,
ad libs.
everything. I
Yeah.
know it all. That is when I thoroughly enjoy. Like, Billy,
Mhm.
I will, like, scream my heart out because
Yeah.
I know when her voice changes, when like, do you know what I mean? Like,
We know we know when the breaths are
yeah.
put in place. Yeah.
Again with Tate.
Yeah.
I even know the
Choreo.
the choreo to each word. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like, I know when it's gonna happen,
Yeah.
where she is on stage, at what point in the song she is. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah. Anyway, I didn't have a clue
Mhm.
what was gonna happen in Sabrina because yeah, she's all over TikTok. Her concerts are everywhere,
Mhm.
but I'm not on that side of TikTok, so I
Mhm.
just don't know.
Yeah.
Blown away. She put on like the best show ever,
Slay.
and the
I've heard really
camera.
good things about it.
Yeah, she was amazing. The camera quality on my phone is just fucking amazing. Like these phones are great.
Yeah.
So I got to capture her in like point 10, like in 10
Yeah.
and like 18. Like she
Yeah.
was like right at my phone.
Yeah.
It was fab.
Practically taking a goddamn selfie herself.
Yeah, it was brilliant. However, sat waiting for her to come on, and
Mhm.
I've already told you about this, but I'm just
Are
gonna
we
tell
about to
everyone
have
else.
controversy?
I have to bring it up. I have to tell someone.
Okay. Tell the world.
I don't think it's okay. I don't think it's okay. We were in the co-op live. Fab. Fab arena. It was
That's
great.
where we're seeing Billy.
Oh my god, it's fab. It's amazing. Like the whole building is gorgeous, outside, inside. It's fab. I was gobsmacked when I walked in.
Lush.
It was lush.
Lush.
Walk in, get in, find our spot. We sit down on the floor as we're waiting, and obviously they're just playing like music.
Trying to get you in the mood.
Yeah, and people are just like
Trying to do
singing.
the vibes.
So you've got like no Sabrina songs come on before, but you know you've got like Doja and like Rihanna and
Yeah.
all these girlies. They start playing Ariana Grande.
Mhm.
Now I'm in Manchester in an
Mhm.
arena
Mhm.
and they're playing Ariana Grande. Like,
Mhm.
does that not give you trigger?
I know where you're coming
Like,
from.
hello, let's not bring this back up. Let's not rehearse like
Let's
what
not.
happened
Yeah. Let's
here.
not relive. I mean, I know where you're coming from, especially as like obviously I wasn't there, but I knew people who were there.
Yeah.
That like I had friends like in Manchester that were there. So I know where you're coming from.
Like, imagine you
But
lived
I
in
feel like I
Manchester.
feel like I feel like a lot of people who experienced that have healed.
Yeah, but if you said something, or if you played a certain song from a point in my
I mean, I
past,
guess it would depend
it
on
would
like
bring
what
like
song was
serious
it?
trauma.
What song was it? Because like if it was like Break Free or if it was like One Last Time, then yeah, I understand the trigger. But if it was just like any other just Ari song, then I mean, I get where you're coming from regardless.
It
But
was one last time. And everyone was singing one
maybe they were
last
doing it like
time.
maybe they were just like
I
paying
need to
homage, you
be,
know,
and I'm sat there like, what is going on?
just waiting to
Waiting for the
feel
boom, boom, boom. So yeah, how was your week?
Yeah, so I started moving into my new flat, which is cute. I
Yeah,
do really love my new flat, I will lie.
it is very
I'm
cute.
so excited to be fully in there
I
now.
can't wait to come and see it.
Yeah, you'll have to. I was thinking of doing like a little flat warming at
Mhm.
some point. Get as many people in Aber as I can, but I can't obviously like I do still have my room in the other flat, so I can house someone there. Like the bed is there, I'll keep the bed made and stuff, so that if I have like more than like three people visiting, like I've got a second room. Like, it's gonna sound so pathetic. I feel like a real adult now. Like I've like moved. Obviously, I moved out at 19. I was itching to move out by that point. Like, I don't
Yeah,
know
it
how
was
you felt
gorgeous when I
when,
moved out.
yeah, like, I don't know how you felt when you went to uni, but I got to a point in my life with living at home where even my mum was saying to me towards the end, just before I moved out, like, girl, I can see that you just can't be under our roof anymore. Like, we
Yeah.
want you here, but we can see that this isn't good for you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I just, yeah, like, it's just nice to, even though I really really enjoyed living with people, and I definitely think that obviously to begin with, initially moving out, I needed to be with people, especially the part of life I was in when I initially moved out. I had to have roommates. If I hadn't had roommates, like, just being so real, I would have like suicided. Like, side note from that though, people our age buying houses actually makes me feel sick.
Oh my god.
It
Oh my
makes me
god.
feel like I have done something very wrong with my life. Just seeing people our age buying
The people
houses.
that buy houses, no offense, people that buy houses at our age haven't experienced as much life as people that don't buy houses now.
So do you mean it as in like haven't experienced as much, as in like haven't been through as much necessarily, or do you mean as in like
No.
lived life?
Lived life. Like
Okay.
they don't seem the people that are that interested in like fully diving in to their like 20s and like getting as much
Mhm.
out of life
Mhm.
now.
Yeah.
To me anyway, why the fuck would I want to waste my 20s working so like too hard to the bone
Yeah.
to then have a really nice retirement where I could be like 70 and now I'm too old to jump out of a plane.
Yeah, I
Do you know
get
what I mean?
you. I get
Now
you.
I'm too old
See,
to do this. Fuck, I can't go and run an ultra marathon at the age of 65
you gonna run
because,
an ultra marathon?
well, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I can't, like, now I
I
can't
would love
run
to see you
an
run an ultra marathon.
fuck off.
No,
But
not
do
even
you
as
know
a
what
bad
I
thing. I
mean?
would be proud of you to see you do
Yeah,
that.
we can do that together eventually.
Okay.
But do you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
you can't do that now
Yeah.
because you're too frail and brittle. Like,
Yeah.
you need to do everything now.
I view being like when you turn 20, that's when you become an adult, right? Because
Mm,
you're still a teenager until you're 20, in my
yeah,
opinion.
yeah,
So I'm a 2-year-old adult.
yeah,
How do I know where I want to settle in the world? If I've got a mortgage attaching me here, but then my dream job comes up in a different part of the world, I'm then going to have to go through all of these motions, all of these fees, perhaps even to sell this house or to.
No. You just rent it,
Well, yeah.
and the rent pays for
Yes,
the
there is that
mortgage.
option as well. But what I'm saying is how do I fully know where I want to settle to maybe invest that kind of money in something like that? Do you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
like I love that people are doing it, and I see exactly where you're coming from, which is realistically what I would do if I was to buy a house here and then obviously move away.
yeah,
But then that brings issues in itself, because then you have to sit there and ask yourself, okay, so if I'm a landlord, like, yeah, that's fine. I don't mind being a landlord. Like, I want to be in property. However, if something goes tits up, I'm in a different time zone and I'm in a different part of the
yeah.
world.
Very true. You'd have to have someone then to
You'd
come
have to have
over
a
and
property
check.
manager. So, like, obviously, there's nothing that's not doable about it. And it's all, I suppose, there's so many steps to all of it. And I just
Hmm.
think, as much as I would absolutely, well and truly love to buy a house at this age, even if I had the money, I would probably really think about where I want to settle in this world first.
Yeah.
Side note, reconnecting back to me saying I would love to see you run an ultra marathon, actually, and you saying, "Oh, we could do that." I'm not running an ultra marathon. Don't get excited.
Tell
I'm
me
running
what
a
the
half
shit.
marathon.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
When?
October the 5th. So you
Oh,
won't be
fuck
here. But
off.
no, so this is why. So this is what I was going to say to you actually the other day. What is, so obviously you're going to Oz.
I'll be in Bali then.
When are you leaving?
The first.
Want to like delay it a couple of days and go from Germany? I'm going to Cologne to run it. Yeah.
You kept that one quiet.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. On fucking purpose. Dickhead. Yeah, so I was gonna say, like, do you wanna like not necessarily run it with me, just like come support. Um
In
and
Germany.
yeah, it's in Cologne in Germany. I'm doing the Cologne half marathon. Apparently it's the second biggest marathon event in Germany, which is fun. I'm gonna sign up when I get paid because it is €95. But yeah, if you wanna like fly to Cologne with us and then you can go to Bali or wherever you go to from Cologne, like that would be so sweet. Love you, Pookie.
Okay. Girls, if you're watching this and you're coming to Oz with me,
Just something to consider.
consider this.
You could run it with me if you want.
No.
It's only an extra 10k is what we do now.
20k? No.
Why? It's a flat course. I looked at the course. It's flatter than what we just did on parkrun this morning.
That was hell.
That was not hell. That was fun. I enjoyed myself. I could have gone further. I could have done 10. We should have done 10 this morning. I saw people doing a second lap. We should have done 10.
FYI, guys, this morning, as the viewers can see, we are in like gym wear.
My ass looks incredible in these shorts.
They do look lovely.
Thank you.
But yeah, we did a little park run.
I have to run another 6k today.
It was a 5k. It was very
fun.
I don't know if that word is the word to describe it. It was horrible. I don't know why I didn't like it. I did not enjoy that.
Was it because you were trying to keep up with me the whole time?
Yeah. And you just kept running in front of me. Like 3 people in front. We did overtake a lot of people though.
I was expecting you to kind of match pace like you did the
I
race.
do match pace, but we started quicker than normal.
By
30 seconds.
10 seconds. Our 5th kilometre was 5 minutes 44 seconds.
5 minutes 40. Jesus, that's like the fastest I've ever run. How is the gym for you anyway?
I'm about to start a cut on the 7th of April. So nervous but excited. Apprehensive is the word I would use actually for my cut, because like it's taken me a long time to kind of get where I am in my body now anyway. Obviously I did like a big cut for the majority of last year to cut all the original weight that I had. I'm kind of getting in a position now where I'm a lot more comfortable with like my body and its shape and all of that. And for the first time in the years of going to the gym, I've actually started to grow my glutes. So I'm excited about that. But then obviously a cut, I'm gonna like cut a lot of fat from places. Obviously if I maintain my protein,
But you're
like
just like weight training as
it
well,
won't.
though.
Yeah, but I'll still lose body fat. It just means that like I'll have to obviously eat enough protein to keep my muscle mass. I'm, I guess, a bit nervous to kind of lose some progress that I've made in some areas when it comes to muscles.
You won't lose the muscle though.
Not if I eat fuel correctly and sleep correctly, because so depending on how you sleep can like it can then mean that your body is burning muscle mass rather than burning fat, depending on your sleep and stuff.
I didn't know that.
Oh, I don't know the exact science behind it, but yeah. I want a fat ass.
I would love a fat ass. I'm not actually doing any leg weight training at the moment.
Yeah, but that is not good for a runner, love. You need to strengthen your legs to run.
I know.
So no diss, but you're making a mistake. I think we should finish today with a little story.
Oh, we're finishing, are we?
I think we've got. Well, no. What else did you want to say then?
Oh, I don't know.
I think a nice way to finish off our second episode is like, we've got a lot of travel stories, and we've.
I don't want to talk about this.
I think you do. When was a time that you were made late for something or like missed something out of something that was completely and utterly your own choice?
In terms of traveling?
No, I mean, if you can think of a different story, like a better example, then fine.
I can't, I'm just trying to narrow.
I just have a perfect story in mind for you to tell in respect of that. And I would tell it, but it's not my story to tell.
Okay,
so,
let me think.
We were in a lovely little country called Italy, if that helps you narrow down the story I'm thinking of.
The train that we missed in Florence? Is that what we're talking about?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Okay. Before I get into this, it's not my fault that we missed the train. It's 50% my fault.
I would go with maybe 70-30, but okay. Because I got home late.
I was already home.
Yeah, you were home, but you weren't in your bed when I got home.
Okay, so let me take you. Let's rewind a few hours.
Go
So,
back.
what time was the train? Like 8.
Call it 8. I think it was around that, like around 8, 8:30, 9 o'clock latest. But yeah,
Okay, so
it was
we'll say train time was 8 a.m.
I love this
Me and
story.
Katie went for a wine tasting in
We
Florence
did,
the
we
day
did.
before our train. We got white girl wasted.
Yeah, we were Vermentino wasted.
Yeah.
That
And
was such good white wine. I'm sorry, I've never had white wine like that in my life.
oh, I can't remember. Where was it that we went? The steps.
Oh god, I'm gonna butcher this. The Piazza Michelangelo
Yeah,
thing, like
that's
the
it.
sunset steps. They're kind of infamous in
Gorgeous.
Florence. They're incredible.
Gorgeous views. We went for a few cocktails. Oh, so this is where that's where it gets messy. We went to that cocktail place
Again after
again
because
after, but whoa,
yeah.
whoa. So we're at the
Sorry,
cocktail.
it's your story to tell. Let me shut the fuck up. I'm so sorry.
No, but it's the cocktail bar that we went to after after the wine,
Yeah.
and then we made our way up the Piazza Michelangelo
Am I
steps.
tweaking or was that place called Anchor?
I have no idea. I can't remember.
Maybe I'm
You have a
tweaking.
better mind than me. We met these two people.
At
We've
the
mentioned
Piazza.
them. We've mentioned them already in episode 1. Our Amsterdam friends that we met in Florence.
Yeah, we met them in Florence.
So yeah, we met them. We were drinking with them. We then thought, fuck, let's take them back to say Anchor,
Yeah.
the bar we were at before, because
How did
this
we
guy
strike up
loved
conversation
us.
with them?
No idea. Absolutely no idea.
I can't remember how we struck up conversation
No.
with them. Were they the ones who
I
gave
went
us
for
cups?
a piss and I come back and you were talking to them.
I don't know how I started talking to them. I don't know.
Katie wanted him in.
Actually, I didn't start that. I didn't start that. Okay? I didn't start that. That was when we were all sat in Anchor and bestie guy, the guy just goes to me, he's like, my missus fancies you, and I'm like, tell me something I don't know. Like, can you blame her? Like, she's just said it like, yeah, my missus fancies you, and then we have that whole conversation.
Yeah, so we're sat there playing cards, and I get a text message from our Australian friends
that we'd made in Nice, which was the place before.
Yeah, that we made friends there. So, out of the 4, only 2 of them came. So Ozzy Brown and his friend.
Yeah.
They came and they met us. So now at the table, there's 6 of us. So we're all drinking, we're all kissing each other. It's getting really weird.
Yeah, it just got really.
We're taking pictures of each other kissing each other.
We did that! Like, why were we so unhinged?
Anyway, the night continues and the bar closes, meaning we all have to leave. We were blackout.
Yeah, like, so blackout. And we went on this fucking holiday. We started the day traveling saying, no, we're not going to drink, man. No.
We're just going to experience everything, travel, sightsee.
We were drunk from the moment we stepped foot in Paris. Like.
Anyway, moving on. The night was about to end. The Amsterdam couple was leaving to go back to their apartment, and the Aussie couple, they went together, they're just friends, was leaving to go back to their apartment. And what did me and Katie do? Bye bye. We leave each other. I go with the Australians, and Katie goes with the
Dutch.
The Dutch. That was it. I don't hear from her. I don't see her.
I threw up limoncello, by the way. So we got back to their apartment and we were sat on the balcony. It was the cutest little Italian apartment. Like, it was so Tuscan. It was so cute. We're all doing limoncello shots on the freaking balcony, and I literally started heaving with my chest. Like, the alcohol was cooking me. Like, I literally started heaving with my chest. Like, I was like, obviously got over that really quickly.
Yeah, to get under
when
her.
I started eating, but yeah.
Oh, it was a messy night.
It was so funny.
So I'm walking back to the Australians' apartment. What I didn't know was actually me and him were dropping off her, and we were going back to our place. where me and Katie
Back to the
was
hostel
staying
with
in the
6 other
hostel.
people.
Yeah, so we walk
Yeah.
into the hostel and everyone's in bed. The only people that are not in bed are mine and Katie's beds. So I think, oh god, we can't have another episode of this, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot about the niece shenanigans.
For a different day. So I just thought we can't have SEX in this room with all these
Can't
people.
clap cheeks.
There's no curtain. I'm on the top bunk.
Yeah, there wasn't a curtain in that one.
No, it was so. We went onto the balcony. We thought, oh, we'll just have chill out on the balcony a moment. Anyway, we're sat on this balcony, and I can see that there's a window behind us. Now, this window wasn't connected to our room, and the window was open. So we climbed through the window, and where were we? In another hostel room with no one in. There was no luggage. There was no beds made. It was just mattresses. So obviously, check-in in this building was at 3.
Yeah.
No one was coming in until 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
The perfect place to be. You've got a whole room to yourself. We took every mattress off the bed and put them all over the floor. I had like a Super King Triple X Deluxe bed. It was great.
Yeah.
And we made love until 8 a.m.
So I don't even bother texting Lewis when I'm on my way home from this fucking place because the experience was an experience to say the least. I'm not going to go into details. Poor girl, I was her first girl, and
Her
like,
pussy was raw.
I left rather abruptly following the completion of my mission, which was to get the girl to nut, of course, and. I completed my mission and I exited. I was then walking through the streets of Florence while the sun was rising, which was absolutely gorgeous. And I get into the hostel, everything's fine. I call my man, I tell him what's happened. And he was just like, oh, like, yeah, sounds about right. Because for context, no, I did not cheat. It is just a little kind of agreement that we have that if I want to sleep with a woman here and there, then I'm allowed, because it's not exactly like I'm going to be making a habit of that. So yeah, and yeah, I get home and Lewis isn't in his bed. So I was just like, okay, like he'll be back, like, because I think I got back maybe about 6 a.m. So I got back, didn't really think much of it, and then woke up for my alarm, got my shit together, ready, and was fine. And then I'm like, okay, Lewis is still not in his bed. It's maybe 7 a.m. by this point. It's like, I'm like, okay, Lewis is still not in his bed. So I call him, I don't get an answer. I'm like, fuck, we're going to miss this train. I turn around. My bed is right by the door, the balcony door. I'm sat on my bed, my back to the door. I turn around.
Fully naked.
Yeah, fully.
By the way.
Asshole out to the breeze. Like,
I'm like, oh, okay, Katie's nude.
I just see that, what Katie have for breakfast. What
she had for dinner last night.
Yeah, just seen what Curly Dutch Girl had for dinner, and yeah. So they come in. He turns around. I turn around. I'm like, hi. He's like, hi. Hand in hand with Australian Brown, and just is like, hi. And I'm like, where the fuck have you been?
Katie is livid.
I'm like, we're gonna miss our train. He's like, you haven't even got dressed. I'm like, my clothes are right there, ready for me to get dressed. I've been wondering where you are. Where have you been? He's like, oh, I was just next door. I'm like, pardon? So I get up. Australian Brown is then like, yeah, look at what the setup was like. They don't even bother to move the mattresses back onto the beds, mind, after they're done. They just leave it there.
Who's gonna know?
Nobody's gonna know.
Nobody's gonna know.
And yeah, we miss our train.
Little did I know we could have used the next tickets to just board the train, but
then
I was too hungover to realise, so I just spent £100 on new tickets.
Yeah, we were dumb on that one. But learning curve, even though
we won't be doing it again.
I might.
What, with the same
Interrail?
Team? The exact same?
No, not the same thing, but like I would interrail again to the point where I would get a pass, and then maybe if I hadn't used all my passes.
Oh yeah.
That's what I mean. Yeah. It was just a bit of an experience, and that, yeah, there was my question, and that was the story I was hoping you would tell.
Right, I honestly do think it's getting a bit too hot in here to continue. So, with that note, I think we should end the pod for this week.
I think we've been entertaining enough for one day.
I would like to think so.
I think we've screamed at people's eardrums enough for one day.
Yes.
Thank you everyone for watching and for listening. It's been an absolute pleasure once again. I hope us rambling about our lives isn't boring. I don't think we're boring.
I don't think we're boring.
Episode 2. Wow.
Completed.
Imagine what it's going to feel like when we get to episode 200.
200.
Yeah, we can do that.
Oh my goodness.
You'll be in Oz by then, honey.
I will.
You'll be in Oz by then, honey.
Anyway, love you lots. Please like and subscribe and follow us for more. Bye!
Bye.
Bye bye.
Gorgeous.
Bye bye.
That's a wrap, bitch.
That's a wrap.